So I've had a couple questions about actually seeing the Bronco started up and running. So I figured I'd come out here and try to shoot a video of that. Never done it before, but figured I'd give it a try. So anyway, we'll go ahead and get the Bronco started. Always starts right up on every try, whether it's been sitting a few days or a week or more. Never have any issues with it. Like I posted in the ad, it's a 351 Windsor. It's a pretty mild motor, not a whole lot of horsepower. I believe it was 250, 275, somewhere in that range, a little over 300 foot-pounds of torque. Definitely will get you up and get you going down the road, but definitely not overkill. So anyway, I figured I'll also kind of walk around and show you, some video of the rest of the Bronco. So anyway, let's go ahead and do that. I'll start with actually the interior stuff out here. I'll tell you what, the interior, everything looks great in it. Pretty much redid the whole thing. Sprayed it with SEM bed liner. Put in best top Jeep seats all the way around. I've got a folding seat in the back too. Everything's in excellent shape. It's all pretty much brand new. Have marine speakers back there. They're high wattage. Definitely put out a lot of sound. The head unit is actually in the glove box here. It's a Sony unit. I also have one in the dash, which is more of a decoy. Didn't want to toss that one just because it would leave a hole in the dash. Really the only issue with the interior is where I have one in right now. There's a little split in the dash pad. Just the one, otherwise it looks great. And that's really the only thing that keeps it from being perfect. Door panels and everything look good. Pretty good shot of the interior, so let's take a look at the motor. Give you a front shot of the Bronco. This is the 351 Windsor. Pretty much everything you see in here is new. When I put the motor in, I also did the radiator, shroud, pulleys, battery, I believe the alternator, pretty much everything. It runs really cool. Ever since I put that BC Broncos radiator in there, I've never had a problem with it getting anywhere near hot. Like I said, the motor runs really smooth. It's only got a couple hundred miles on it. Still breaking it in. Got the power, not the power steering, but the power brake booster too, which I purchased that new along with the disc brake kit. Runs really well. Take a look at the outside, and I mentioned in the ad too with the paint, it's definitely not perfect, but it definitely shows well too. I always get compliments everywhere I go. It's just not perfect. I threw a lot of money into the Bronco, and I really wanted to finish it off nice, and I figured a high quality paint job would really do that. But it by no means needs a paint job. So. Here, running from the back too. I put brand new bumpers on it also. Just to give you a shot too of some of the areas I mentioned in the ad, which are really not too noticeable, especially on this side. I believe it was just a couple of cracks. You can kind of see them there. It's from when the tires would hit the quarters. It was actually when I switched over to these bigger wheels and tires. That's what kind of created a problem. And what I did is I actually trimmed those quarters a bit, and now it doesn't hit, but it's still, it's still from before that. It still left some marks. But as you can see, I mean, everything, the wheel wells, you know, underside, everything is perfect. You could really pretty much eat off the underside of this truck. This was the other side, and this was actually this one's got a little more issues. This is probably the worst part of it here. You can see the crack and then the rust that started around the crack, some bubbles. And there's a few, I think, on the back side here too. Wheel wells, everything looked perfect here. The door, I mean, there's a lot of, actually not even a lot, just some marks here and there. Kind of see one on the door there. Other than that, the paint shows really well. It's the underside. It's a little dark, so it's kind of hard to get a good shot of it. But that's pretty much it for the video. Like I put my number in the ad there. If you have any questions, just go ahead and give me a call.